Woo. Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to something new also that I'm bringing to my channel here. This is going to be called Motivational Monday for photographers. This is something that I'm going to introduce. I'm going to try to come out with these videos every Monday. It's going to be a way for me to basically interact with you, connect with you, and tell you or motivate you as a photographer on some things that you can do that's going to help you, get out there, that's going to motivate you. Because I didn't have these things when I was coming up in photography. So I'm just somebody to share a few words on a particular subject or something that I just needed to hear as a photographer. I think that is really important. I don't think we have that in the community or have enough of it. So I definitely want to be the first to encourage you. All right. And in this video, I'm not going to do a bunch of tricks, trades, transitions, all that other stuff. This is just about the word. All right. This is just about me giving word, giving encouragement to photographers out there who are up and coming, who are out there, or people who just want to hear from another photographer. And I felt like that's something that the community needs. And I'm going to try to do this every Monday. And hopefully, if you're even driving there, you can even listen to this on a, on YouTube as a podcast, something like that. I don't know. I want to really try to come out with a podcast for something like this. All right, so this is Motivational Monday for photographers, all right? And we're going to talk about not being satisfied, all right? Not being satisfied as a photographer. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, some of the best advice and some of the things that I learned early as a photographer is never to be satisfied, all right? When you settle into the stage of satisfaction, it kind of starts to diminish the motivation. It starts to diminish the creativity. It starts to take away a lot of the things because you're so settled. You're satisfied with where you are. And I know I know a lot of photographers like that. All right, you see them sometimes on YouTube and everywhere else, how they're just settled, how they're just good with where they are. All right. One of the things that I learned early is to never be satisfied. All right. And what I mean by that is always striving to be better as a photographer. Striving to be better means that you are going to be able to make more money, get your name out there more. Your creativity goes to a new level. You don't really get, you don't want to fall into that rut. All right. Because what happens is, like I said, it really starts to take away and diminish some of the things that you want to do. So what do I mean about never being satisfied? So for example, if you are a studio photographer, all right, always think of a way to make it better. All right. Think of the next shoot, the next theme, find different ways to create. But most of all, even if you are a studio photographer, it's always best. And I've said this so many times, it's best to learn other areas of photography. All right. That's just me. I mean, that's my opinion. You can take it for what it's worth. But one of the things that I've learned that makes me more competitive and that makes me basically a damn weapon is that I am knowledgeable in so many areas of photography. All right, it's just not one thing. But just think about it. If I was just in the studio all the time, I wouldn't understand that area. All right, I wasn't satisfied with just doing studio. All right, I'm not satisfied with just doing being outside on location. But once I've actually learned those different facets of photography, then I took that into, real estate shooting, college, students, maternity, newborn, weddings, events, all of those different things. I can go out and shoot amazing shots, but none of those things are the same. None of those areas of photography is actually the same. It don't matter whether I'm doing landscape or any of those things. None of those are the same. You actually have to apply yourself and you have to learn the trade on what you need, what lenses you need, if you need to stop down. You can't shoot everything wide open. What f-stop you need to be at to do like different types of things. If you're shooting a wedding or it's nighttime, or if you're shooting the ceremony, or anything like that. What do you need? How to use a speed light? There's so many areas of photography as a photographer that is important and imperative to learn if you want to be a threat, if you will, in photography. And then once you even begin to touch the surfaces of these different areas of photography, well, then it's really good to learn how to edit your own pictures. It's very, very good to learn how to edit your own pictures, because again, you don't have to really wait on somebody and outsourcing and things like that. Like it is incredible when you learn that different area. Editing is a big thing when it comes to us as photographers. But again, just shooting in these different areas is one thing. Shooting in the studio is different from shooting on location. But then when you're on location, there's different things that you got to learn. You know, different softboxes, different lights, power of lights, lenses, cameras, you know, sunset, sunrise, shooting during high noon, how to set your model up, how to posing is another area. You're never be satisfied with where you are as a photographer, because there's so many other areas of photography that you can learn. You never really get to a point where, you know what, I know it all, I'm not going to study. I've never gotten to a point where I was like, you know what, I know all of these areas of photography, I really don't need to study anything about photography anymore. I've never gotten to that point, because I know there's always something I can learn or do better or anything. Even if I know photography, I can get into videography, and I know a lot about videography, but I never get to a point to where my creativity has diminished. I'm always excited when I go to a shoot. I'm always looking to create something different. I'm always looking, you know, to see how I'm going to interact with this model or interact with that model, or what we're going to create together. There's always something that I'm waiting for, because I'm passionate about this. This is what I do. I absolutely love it. There's not a lot of people that can do what you do, you know, so definitely take advantage of it. But again, as a photographer, the way to make more money, the way to you know, get yourself out there, is to learn different areas of photography. You know, branch out. Don't be satisfied with where you are. Get out there and learn something new. That is extremely important in our field as a photographer, because that's what basically sets you apart. What sets your portfolio apart from the next person. So definitely, words of encouragement for anybody, the photographers, get out there and do something different. Don't be satisfied with where you are as a photographer. Continue to push, continue to grind, continue to learn, all right? Apply yourself to your vision and passion of what you want to be. And you will have a lot of success as a photographer. Don't be satisfied, man. If you can learn it, get out there and absolutely learn it, all right? Don't settle, all right? Don't be satisfied, don't settle, all right? That is your word for Motivational Monday for photographers. I am your host, Brandon Cole, and I will see you in the next video. Holla. Yeah.